Week 2 is almost in the books, and oh my god, what a week it was. So let's review. Welcome to Nick's Fantasy Football. This is the Week 2 wrap up for Monday, September 15th. And I tried to get this video out last night, but I kind of fell asleep. So I apologize, so I'm doing it this morning. But let's get right into it. Let's pull no punches. The big storyline of the week was obviously there's three big storylines of the week for not just fantasy football, but football itself. 1A, I would classify as the Adrian Peterson story. There is talk right now, as crazy as this may sound, if the Chargers are thought to be worse than they are, that the Vikings may cut him pending the charges and pending what he has against him, which is very, very shocking and surprising. It would be probably one of the boldest moves in team history. The other story is the Ray Rice situation, which I talked about. If you haven't watched that video, go back and watch that video. I talked about it extensively. So, and as a result of that, the Ravens won big in a game that they must have had on Thursday. They must have won the game, and they did in big fashion. So I applaud for them. That I can't talk this morning. They ended up winning 26-6, which is a big victory, not only for the team itself, but for the city of Baltimore and for the NFL actually. So the game went as I expected actually. I didn't expect Baltimore to have a big letdown. I expected them to come out all jacked up, and they did, holding Pittsburgh to only 6 points, which is, I believe, the first time in as long as I've been watching the series that they've been held without a touchdown. But that game was awesome. The biggest storyline out of the weekend is RG3. Now, many of you drafted RG3 in your drafts a couple weeks ago, and I would say it was a risky move, but it was a good play only because he could have came out last week and lit up the field, but that wasn't the case. He met JJ Watt. JJ Watt took care of him. This week, on the third play from scrimmage, he was going for a pass. He ran out of bounds and dislocated his ankle, and now he's out for the year. Now, the question is, does Kirk Cousins become the permanent quarterback? And he played very, very well yesterday. He threw the ball well. He had great pocket decisions. He has a phenomenal quarterback IQ. So I would say, is it time to trade RG3? Let me know in the comments below if you feel that way and why. That would be a great debate topic to start off this fantasy football week. Now, let's get to my fantasy team for week 3, or week 2, I should say. So with my fantasy team in the first league, the paid league, I edged out my opponent by 2 points. I'm up 2 points now. I still have Darren Sproles to play tonight against the Colts, which I projected for him to have a great game. So I'm still on that bandwagon. But what killed me is I played the Broncos defense, which I should have played the Redskins defense, and you guys were right. I read all your comments, I read all your questions, and you said, you know what, Nick, the Redskins are playing Jacksonville, and they're going to have a phenomenal game. And you guys were right, so I applaud you, the viewers, you, the subscribers. The Redskins had 18 defensive points. The Broncos only had 2 defensive points, giving up 17 points to Kansas City. So I applaud you guys, and let's take a look at my team overall. The top performer in my league this week, or my team this week, was Dez Bryant, going for 103 yards and a touchdown. Second place goes to Drew Brees, 27 for 40, 237 and 2 touchdowns. And the third runner-up, the 3 stars, like I like to call it, was Justin Tucker, who went 4 for 4 on field goals and 2 for 2 on extra points, giving him 14 points. And then the rest of my team do anything. No Sean Moreno got hurt. Andre Johnson only had 74 yards. Dennis Pitt only had 3 points. Fitzgerald only had 5 points. And yeah, but I'm up right now 62 to 60, and I'm projected to win 77 to 60. So I'm gonna go 1-1 in my pay league. It seems like it's gonna be the battles of 1-1 this week because 6 teams are going 1-1 right now. That's not to say things can change after the Monday night game, but let's see. Right now, let's see, 2-0. Yeah, only 3 teams are projected to go 2-0, and the rest of the teams are projected to go 1-1. So next week is an important week. Next week is the battle of 1-1s, and I need to come up big. I need to come up with the victory so I can set myself away from the pack. Because if I fall 1-2, that's not good. That means I'm in a loser's bracket. I don't want to be in a loser's bracket so early. I want the bye. I'm trying to go for the number 2 spot, and it's gonna be hard. But that's all in my first league. Let's take a look at the second league, the screw around league, like I call it. Okay, hold on. I just had. There we go. So in my other league, the top scorers or on my team was Dez Bryant, who got me 27 points, and this scoring in the other league is so freaking ridiculous. It's obscene. So Dez Bryant got me 27. Calvin Johnson got me 14. Cam Newton got me 18, and I'm projected to lose by 40. So I'm gonna go 0-2 for this league, and let's take a look at the standings. I will fall 0-2. There's gonna be there's only going to be 1 or 2 teams in the L League that are going 2-0, but I need to come back in a big way. It's a must win for that league. So I need to come back with a vengeance. Yeah. So the next 2 weeks in my L League are must win situations, because if I fall to 0-3, then I'm looking to be out of the playoffs, and if I go 0-4, then I'm just waiting for the league. But oh boy, what games week 2? The Bills won, the Browns won over the Saints. The Bears had a comeback victory over the 49ers. In a game which I thought nobody was shocked that the Seahawks lost. San Diego defeated Seattle. And next week, ladies and gentlemen, the marquee matchup is Denver at Seattle. Now, you remember what happened in Super Bowl 48. Seattle ended up winning 43-8. Will that repeat the next week? Who knows? Is Seattle going to be pumped? You better believe they are. But it's gonna be a fun week next week. It's gonna be an awesome week, and I will be back on Wednesday night to tell you about the projections and look ahead to the Thursday night game. And let's see if I can go either 2-1 in my other league or 1-2 in my other league. So I want to thank you for joining me this week. We covered so much. I know this video is about 10 minutes long, so I'm going to end it right here. But please join me on Wednesday night or Thursday morning, depending on when I get the video uploaded. But please join me for week 3 because it's a monstrous week. And I don't say this about a lot of leagues, but in both leagues, it's a must-win situation for me. So you're going to help me pick my team next week. I want you to be vocal. I want you to leave all your comments in the comment section below. Tell me who I should start. Tell me, based on the projections, who you have on your team. And we'll be back Thursday to predict Super Bowl 48 Part 2. For everyone, this is Fantasy Football Now, or Nick's Fantasy Football. Not Fantasy Football Now. Well, it's Nick's Fantasy Football Now in current time. But I want to thank you for joining me today, and this is Nick Mangione signing off. Here's to week 3.